Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about the Cyber Phase mechanical fidget here. This is a 4-phase mechanical fidget. This is made of PEI or pi, and I'll do a little bit of a breakdown of how it's put together as well. But so you've got 4 tracks on this here. There is a standard, dense, standard, dense, standard, etc. Which is interesting. You've got, actually we'll go this way first. You've got this kind of hop skip where it's a indent, then a little track. It has a little travel. I think a lot of times I get a little more ping out of that pattern than just a standard mechanical. I turn it this way. That's just standard dense. If you can see in there. And then this very dense. All right, and that's it. I really like that. There's this little lip there, so after you make it to the end of the very dense track, holy cow, I didn't even realize that. That kind of makes that track worth it, because before it really felt like not a whole lot, like it was too light. But the travel all the way gives this little click right at the end. I don't think the others, if the others have it, you can't tell. No, this one does not. Neither does that one. You can see that that pattern goes over that track. This one stops at that track that runs this way. That's honestly probably the best track. I started this video thinking that might have been the worst track, but that's really good. It also has a clicker, which could really be a good clicker, but I don't know if you can see through the material. You see how the clicker is all the way down here? That means this button is almost like a ½ an inch thick, which is way too thick. So that click is happening way under all that material, and you're barely getting the feedback. If this was a little shallower of a button right there, and you pressed it, you'd get that click, because PEI or pi is very clicky. It's really easy to get a good click out of. So the way this thing is structured, though, these two parts right here, the knob and the body, are just magnetized together with this kind of ring of magnets around the base. That's probably my favorite part of this fidget, is just turning it like that. It's probably the most satisfying part. But I don't know if they included that thinking that that was part of the fidget, or if they were including that as just the functionality of it. But either way, let's take it apart a little bit, and I'll show you how it's put together. So since it's magnetized, you can just pull it out, and right there is your ball and spring right inside the button. Here's your I want to call it a track shaft, but that sounds really bad. I don't know why. So you can see all the different patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's got some slide tape, like a slide tape ring around the edge. So putting this together, and if you wanted to take that off, you'd have to undo that button. That would get you to that clicker. Now, if you want to change the haptic feeling of this, you can either go to a larger ball, bead. This one has a little glass bead in it, and I looked for something a little larger, but couldn't find anything. And so instead I went to a more, geez Louise, Kyle, a spring with a little more pushback, a little more resistance, and a little longer. All right. Now I'm borrowing this from somebody, so I'm going to put it back the way that I got it. So when I send it back to Jeff, it's exactly how Jeff had it. He had it with this little spring cap on there. I've never really used spring caps. I'm not sure the benefit, and I'd be happy to be enlightened. But what you do is you press the button there up against one of the tracks, and then just slide that back in. Now you're good to go. So now it's all the way back together. One curious thing about this guy is the phase shit F Cyber. Shit F. Shift? Was it supposed to be shift? I don't know. Interesting. Either way, that is the Cyber phase in Pi. Thanks, everybody.